Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to make a quick little video regarding a watch ranking system that I've been using as a way to kind of help catalog and just kind of score my watches, help me decide what I want to get rid of. So I actually started doing this a few years ago when I really got deep into the watch collecting scene, and then I kind of got lazy and stopped updating it. But that'd be good to bring back now that I'm trying to make some YouTube videos, and as I score watches, maybe it'll give some context and perspective in terms of how I come up with the scores that I do. So it's pretty quite simple. I just put 7 categories in terms of what I look for in a watch, and then I kind of gave it a weighting of its importance in the kind of out of all the categories. So looking at the case and the bracelet, the dial and the hands, the crystal, the bezel, premium features would be things that are kind of more sought after, like precious metals or good lume, water resistance, chronograph, kind of those things. Legendary just means really kind of how historic it is, relevant to the watch world or collectible, or for newer watches, kind of what I think the likelihood of it becoming collectible or kind of legendary. Value just means, what are you getting for your money? Could you have spent less and gotten the same, or kind of the reverse? Did you get to pay less and other watches are charging more? And then cool factor I kind of just threw in here as a way to break up some ties, but that's really just more in terms of how cool do I think the watch looks, meaning, you know, is this going to be a watch that's going to gain attention? Are people going to stop and ask what kind of watch it is, or is this kind of going to be more of a something that kind of blends in with the rest? And then within that, I just gave us a score 1 through 5, 3 being the average, 4 above average, and 5 kind of top of class. So that's pretty much it. And then these are all watches that I have owned, with the exception of the Grand Seiko Snowflake. I've never owned it. This is kind of my grail watch. I just put it here as a way to score it in terms of just to kind of show what is kind of what's the top score you can really realistically get. That's why I threw it up here. But everything else under these are watches I've owned. And for some of these, or a lot of these, I've owned different iterations of that watch. So I kind of, like for example, the Marine Master 200, I've owned 3 different ones. So I kind of put them all in one category. I mean, there might be some slight differences. What I've done is whenever I bundle them into one category, I'll just kind of rate the highest one of that group. So like for example, the Marine Master 200, I think the Paddy version or the SRP 087 is probably better than these two. So that's kind of the one I'm thinking about as I score this. So yeah, that's kind of it. So I'll start kind of referencing these scores as I score some watches, and this is kind of just to give some context. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions and feedback. And again, I stress this is subjective to me, so I hope I don't mean to stir up any controversy if you see things completely different. So again, this is more just as a way to for my own benefit. All right, thanks guys. See ya.